Good afternoon. Today is Tuesday, November 12th. Ousted Evo Morales arrived in Mexico, leaving power vacuum in Bolivia. Ex-president says army told him of a $50,000 price on his head. Morales thanks Mexico for saving my life. Evo Morales, who resigned under pressure for police and the army after a fiercely disputed election, has flown into exile in Mexico, leaving a confused power vacuum behind in Bolivia. Speaking at a hastily organized press conference on the tarmac, Morales thanked Mexico for saving my life and repeated his accusation that his rivals had forced him out in a coup. He said that before his resignation on Sunday, a member of the army had showed his messages putting a $50,000 price on his head. I thought we had finished with the discrimination and the humiliation, but new groups have emerged that have no respect for life, let alone for the land. Morales said shortly after landing to take up Mexico's offer of the political asylum. It's another lesson to learn. Morales was greeted with a handshake, a hug, and a pat on the cheek from Mexican Foreign Minister Marcelo Ebrard after the flight in a Mexican army plane from the Bolivian city of Cochabamba. Meanwhile, in the streets of Bolivia's main city, La Paz, supporters of Morales and the members of the opposition once again took to the streets as the opposition attempted to chart a path to new election. The Senate's second vice president, opposition politician Janine Áñez, called a legislative session on Thursday to formally accept Morales' resignation and choose an interim replacement, but it remained unclear if enough lawmakers would attend the session. Morales was accompanied by his former vice president Álvaro García Linares, who has been his closest political collaborator since before he became Bolivia's first indigenous president in modern times. Garcia Linares and I have always been committed to the idea that peace can only come with social justice, Morales said. This scope is not going to change our ideology. Though he promised that this was not the end of his political career. The Bolivian leader gave no indication of his immediate plans. The Mexican government has refused to say where the 60-year-old will live and insisted that its offer of asylum should be understood as part of a tradition of providing safety to persecuted political leaders from Leon Trotsky to activists who fled Argentina and Chile during the military dictatorships of the 70s and the 80s.
Evo Morales left Bolivia after requesting asylum in Mexico. He thanked Mexico for protecting his life and said he was hurt to leave for political reasons. As Morales was departing, thousands protested on the streets of El Alto and La Paz. At the National Assembly, an emergency meeting. The Senate's third vice president, Janine Áñez, agreed to be sworn in as interim president to fill the power vacuum. Áñez is likely to be sworn in on Tuesday if members of Morales' party fill the quorum. She said the country must move forward.
We have a timetable to have a new president by the 22nd of January.
Opposition legislators and politicians hope the call for elections will help restore stability in the Andean nation. Backed by regional allies like Cuba and Venezuela, Evo Morales characterized his downfall as a result of a coup d'etat. But the opposition rejected the allegations.
Aquí no se ha producido ningún...
In this moment of crisis, there shouldn't be political colours, official or opposition. There is an institutional responsibility to respond to the events we are facing.
Many critics of Morales say the electoral fraud should be the focus of this political crisis. But Morales' supporters are out on the streets. They say the military pushed him out and they want to bring him back. Here in the center of La Paz, tensions continue with police reinforcing barricades to prevent protesters to reach the presidential palace. The violence turned up a notch in La Paz. Businesses were wrecked, political and civic leaders attacked, and homes and buses were set on fire. The army chief has ordered troops to be deployed in the capital to rein in what he called groups of vandals. The capital remains nearly shut down. Schools and businesses are closed and international flights cancelled. Many Bolivians fear the tensions may rise.
We'll pray now. This is enough division. We're all brothers.
But Bolivians today are more divided than ever. The first indigenous president has left, suspected of committing electoral fraud. The country is in turmoil, but Morales promised to return with more energy and strength. Mariana Sánchez, Al Jazeera, La Paz, Bolivia.
Like he is said yesterday, I think this is the Mexican government has made the good decision for helping Evo Morales. I think his safety, his life is in risk in Bolivia. Right now, Bolivia is a cause. Opposition Morales and support Morales is on the street. Yesterday, I watched on TV about this civil war. It was terrible for the Bolivian people. The civil war after this decision for resign of the Evo Morales. Evo Morales decided to let this power as president for to avoid the war, the civil war in Bolivia. I think the Bolivian army has made the civil cop to leave out Evo Morales as president. Maybe I said yesterday the Bolivian presidential election the last month, Evo Morales not won this new mandate, this new government, but he said I am the new I won this election. I'm the new president for the time. In this situation, it was his wrong, the worst wrong, because the Bolivian people said 2 years ago not the new the other president, not Evo Morales again, but Evo Morales wanted to keep on this administration. This is the worst wrong for him. Carlos Mesa said that there's not illegal election, not accept this decision. Okay, is right, but the Bolivian people, the opposition and supporter attacks on the street in Cochabamba, Sucre, La Paz, Santa Cruz de la Sierra. Yesterday I watched about maybe the civil war is I think the cause in Bolivia is it's hard, it's difficult to see on the light of tunnel in this problem in Bolivia. I said yesterday, Bolivia, Chile, Peru, Ecuador, the different movements for the democracy, but it's difficult to understand this system, the political system, not a socialism or capitalism system. For me, don't matter if it's capitalist or socialist or communist. The political system needs to change. And these conflicts in the South America is very worrisome. Thank you very much for watching my new video. If you want to learn English, speak with talk to me in English, come here at Class for the Idiomas, or we can do class for Skype anywhere in the world. Share this video with family, friend, everybody, and subscribe in my channel on YouTube is very important for me. Please subscribe. And a great special for my friends in New York, Las Vegas, Chicago, in different parts in USA, Montreal, Vancouver, Toronto, Ottawa, in Canada, London, Texas, in different parts in the UK, in different places on speak English, Australia, New Zealand, Vanuatu, Tuvalu, in different places where they speak English. Thank you very much thank you very much. See you tomorrow. Other interesting news. See you tomorrow. Good afternoon or good night. Bye.